No, no more puzzle breaks. I'm tired of fucking puzzle breaks. That's it, Louis. Time for you to die. Alright, looks like I finally got rid of Louis from Pony Island. Maybe I can finish that damn game. And next on my list is Joe Joseph New York. Excellent. Hey guys, King Shaka here, back again with another reaction time video. If you could guess from the hilarious intro, we're looking at Pony Island today. Now what is Pony Island? Well, Pony Island's a horror game to match our horror theme type genre that we're dealing with for the month of October. I decided to do a short game, which is really short. You can probably complete this entire game if you know what you're doing within an hour, but enough about that. The game was released January 4th, 2016, and Daniel Mullins is developer and publisher for this game. This is the only game I see to find on Steam. It does fit the indie genre. I hope he develops more games like this with different animals maybe and maybe different stories, but overall it's a pretty fun platforming. Definitely also a puzzle game in itself. It doesn't look like it'll be a puzzle game, but there's a lot of puzzle aspects to it, and it does get kind of tricky. But enough of you guys seeing my face. Let's go ahead and get into the game and show some gameplay itself. So the game starts off as a pretty innocent game. You know, you're flashed with the nice title screen, and then bam, it quickly turns into a very desolate game with the very black and white colors. Very desolate, like, even though it does look all completely black and white. I haven't tried it, but it definitely looks like you could wear 3D glasses and everything will poke out at you, kind of like the old arcade style 3D games. But throughout the game you learn that you're actually trapped in purgatory right now, and Satan's trying to claim your soul. Satan's actually the one who created Pony Island and has captured many hopeless souls in the game in order to be a dick, essentially. Along the way you meet this hopeless soul, as the game calls it, who guides you throughout the game, and you have to destroy 3 core files to crash the game and release all the souls from escaping hell, essentially, even though Pony Island is a euphemism for hell itself. Now that may sound all fine and dandy, but turns out Satan got some bad boys to help back him up. The first boss you're going to face is Azazel. Now Azazel is pretty easy. He's mainly pure puzzle based. The puzzles do get harder as you clear more puzzles, but overall not too much of a challenge. The next boss you face is Beelzebub, as I call it, or Bobobo, and he's just one big hulking monster, and you just defeat the 3 spots on his head and bada boom, just destroy the next core file. And the last, but certainly not least boss protecting the last core file is Asmodeus.exe. If I fail to mention, all the bosses are executable files, so if this was run on a Mac system we would not have any issues. But I digress. Asmodeus is actually the most interesting out of the 3 bosses. Yes, the first boss you had your little puzzle, second boss was just your classic big hulking monster, but the last boss actually plays a little bit of a mind game on you. You have to repeat what he says to you sometimes. Sometimes he'll have you repeat a phrase, he'll make you type what's below him, or something that if you looked away you might have lose, and every time you lose you get a strike on your thing. Now it's not kind of like a 3 strikes game over, kicks you out, which I kind of wish it did, but it just keeps accumulating how many strikes you have. And even it actually gets pretty intricate and actually makes it seem like someone is messaging you on your Steam from one of your Steam friends, but actually it's just a game playing tricks on you. And of course, once you delete that last core file, it's game over. Well, not necessarily. You reboot the computer or arcade machine into recovery mode, and once you do that, you will be able to permanently delete Pony Island and free all the captive souls within Pony Island. But of course, Hopeless Soul is there to help you along the way. So it's time to dump it all and time for an epic speech. And I can tell you, the music in this game is amazing. It really sets the tone for what that some crazy shit is really about to go down. So of course you gotta stay ahead of the dump file, otherwise your soul will be forever lost to Satan himself. But you know, Satan's not gonna let you go away without a fight. So of course he reappears, and holy shit, he's bad as hell as forever. So at the top you'll see that you'll have a lost soul counter. I haven't really seen the point of having it. It's just, I guess, to let you know, hey, you're losing souls, so be a little bit more careful. Pretty much you're going to face a lot of enemies you faced previously, but they're all corrupted looking. Corrupt files can cause you to lose souls, and a corrupted Jesus apparently can also help you lose souls as well. Louie, what the hell are you doing back? I thought I killed your ass. Well, my work is never done. Alright, so once we murk on Louie once again, we got to finish off Satan, jump the portal, and get the hell out of here. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do make it. We fucking escape Pony Island, and thank God we do. I was getting tired of this shit. So, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the game. And wait, what the fuck is this shit? But of course, Hopeless Soul comes back, says, hey, you did a good job, our fates were entwined, your soul was stuck, but now your soul is free, my soul can't be released until blah blah blah, delete the game. So yeah, delete it, reinstall it just to fuck him over. JK, don't do that, guys. But you do that, and then you're now graced with an axe select, so now you can just go back and get those pony tickets that you missed, because those actually are kind of important. Now you're like, King Shaka, what the hell are you talking about? Pony tickets? Well, if you've noticed, throughout the game, there's these things called free one ticket, pony tickets as I call them. And there's 20 of them in total. And when you collect all 20, you actually get an alternate ending. Now, I unfortunately have not gotten all 20 tickets, so I can't show you the alternate ending. Well, it's not really an alternate ending. It's kind of like a super boss that you face at the end of a game when you collect all 20. In fact, you face Hopeless Soul in, I believe, 3 different phases, and it's actually pretty interesting because it takes you to the different forms of Pony Island. So that's definitely worth taking a look at. I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to collect all 20, but there's also another thing that the game really doesn't tell you unless you go searching for it, and that is, who the hell are you? So let's go ahead and explain who we, the player, actually are. Alright, now to actually figure out who our player is. Your name was Theodore, and you left behind a mother and a daughter. Now who killed him? It was Abu al-Kindi, who had fought for his city. But when did I die? He died 1,252 years after Christ was born, in the waning summer sun. But where did I die? You died at the foot of Jerusalem's wall. But how did I get here? Your soul is damned, and all souls end up here before they are moved on. Well, shit, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we were on our way to hell, but somehow we escaped and end up redeeming ourselves and saving a bunch of souls in the meantime. So, it's time for final thoughts. Well, overall, this game is definitely worth the $5, which you can find here on Steam. The soundtrack, I would say, is actually absolutely amazing. As a non-biased opinion, playing it, going through it, the soundtrack was really good. It could be a little repetitive sometimes, especially playing through the dark depths of Pony Island. But overall, soundtrack really good. The story, pretty straightforward, cut and dry. You're trapped. You're trapped in this place. You gotta escape this place. Some random guy's helping you. Pretty easy story to follow with. Now there are some hidden things such as who the player actually is, because you're not really told, but you're hinted at very suddenly and sometimes pretty obviously on what type of person you are. In fact, in one of the cutscenes, you wake up and there's a helmet right next to you. So you're obviously wearing a helmet because you were a soldier or a warrior, depending on which way you look at it. But should you buy this game? Yeah, I would recommend buying this game. I'm not going to give my reviews a score per se, but I will base it on buy it, don't buy it, wait for it to go on sale. You can't beat $5, so if you're super cheap, I guess wait for it to go on Steam sale. But it's definitely worth buying, especially for an indie title. I definitely recommend it. It is available on Steam right now. So those are my final thoughts. But I would ask you, the viewers, what do you think of this game? Would you buy this game and would you play it all the way through and unlock all the secrets, or would you just play it and get a refund like an hour later? But that's why I'll leave up to you guys. I'm King Shaka, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.